Have you ever thought that it might be fun to be on TV or in a movie as an extra? Well, I've done TV extra work. I haven't done movie, and I've done commercial. And it's actually a lot of fun. You do get paid. And I just want to give you some tips. So the first time I did this was in 2011 for a TV show called Boss that starred Kelsey Grammer, and it was filmed in Chicago. And it was just on a whim. I was between jobs and I read something about it in the newspaper and the name of the casting company, and I looked it up and submitted the information they wanted, and they called me the same day and then decided what I would play. So I just want to give you some tips for in this video about looking into it in your metropolitan area, because usually the casting companies that cast extras only work in metropolitan areas, not just LA and not just New York, although those would have the most work for extras. But this is all over the United States and Canada, and probably in other countries throughout the world, because they need what they call background people who don't have speaking roles. Now, what I wanted to warn you about, I'm working in my kitchen today, is that you should not pay someone to find this work for you. Yesterday, I was on a job and I was talking to a woman who joined up with some agency that calls themselves the Unagency, but she had to pay them money, some upfront fee and like $40 a month, and then they aggregate and pull together different jobs that are available. Well, you can kind of do that yourself. Most of them, with what they're doing today, you email them information about yourself, but then the jobs that they have open, they put on their Facebook page. So you have to go to their Facebook page, click like. So yeah, you have to have a Facebook account. Click like, and then once you like that page, you can set it up. Any kind of page that you're following that you've liked in Facebook, you can list it so that it shows up first in your, not newsreel, you know what I mean. When you pull up Facebook, it shows first, or you can just go look them up every day, but that can be kind of a pain. But if you're in the market for this and you're looking these up, you might look them up a couple times a day, because they post things. If they get busy, they get posting things all the time. But first, I want to show you some scenes from when I did Boss. And the funny thing is, when friends of mine watched Boss, because it was on Stars, and then some people I know who either had Dish Network or something, they had some service, they got Stars for free for a month. And they watched Boss, and they all said, "I didn't see you." I'm like, really? That's weird, because I played a newspaper journalist in the newspaper office, and I was right next to the star. I gotta look up his name, sorry. But I want to show you some pictures from that.
So first we start off, and there I am right in the middle. I don't know why my friends couldn't see me, because that's clear as day me. And here I am again, different outfit, different day. And here I am again in the back. That's obviously me. And there I am again, same outfit. Now, in this one, my friends probably wouldn't have recognized me, but I knew that was my green shirt. And then the one that I find the funniest, because I'm wearing sandals, and the wardrobe woman did not like my sandals, because this was supposed to be November, but in reality it was July. I thought, who's going to see my feet? I'm sitting at a desk. Haha.
Next, what I want to show you is how you go about in your metropolitan area finding actual casting agencies that cast what are called extras.
So here I'm going to Google, and I typed in casting agencies Atlanta just to see what would come up. Now, some of the casting agencies that show up do not cast extras. They only cast models and, let's say, actors who are in plays and musicals and TV commercials and TV shows and those kinds of things. But a few things down here were interesting. So here's one. This is actually an article at tourgeorgiafilm.com, how to become a movie extra. And they had an article over here that was interesting. They had a lot of good tips in here about how to act when you're an extra, especially when they tell you what to bring. They also suggest having some professional photos made I think that's a really good idea. A lot of the casting agencies will say, as long as it's a picture of your headshot and body and the background is plain, that's fine. But it's a lot more impressive when the pictures are done by a professional. Then they had some resources down here. So I clicked on some of them because I thought they were interesting. So over here, we have one of those that is like ga.real-scout, blah, blah, blah. But it's about different kinds of casting agencies that cast extras. So I chose one to look at, this Hilton Casting. I clicked on it and I got this page within the same website. It gives a little information about them, but they also have their own website. So I looked that up, Hilton Casting in Atlanta, and they talk about various types of casting work that they do, including extras. So in these websites, once you find the casting agencies in your area that cast extras, in their websites, you'll find out what they need you to do in order to submit yourself or fill out an application, that kind of thing. If they have a Facebook page and that's where they list their jobs, they will tell you. And then here's another one called Extras Casting Atlanta. Again, very important that if you find something like this, that you look up, like, here's how to sign up with them. And let's see, they have a casting profile. Fill this out to join our database. Name, age, gender, photo. So you're attaching some photo files. Some of them will say, I want a headshot. I want a full body shot, for example. Phone, email, address, and then some other data. Height, weight, hair color, race. Sometimes they ask for eye color. If you have a vehicle, they want to know about it, because sometimes you can get cast with yourself and your car. So sometimes they need newer cars, sometimes they need older cars, but just to know what kind of car it is and what color, you might be in your car as an extra. And then if you have any other special skills, for example, some will ask about, do you rollerblade? Do you skateboard? What sports can you do? What other skills can you do? Hey, can you juggle? If you have a special skill that you're good at, put it in here, because they might need an extra who does those kinds of things. And then you would submit it, and then they'll tell you about how to get with particular projects.
The important thing when you accept a job is that you be there on time. You bring with you what they say they want you to bring with you, which is a lot of times they're talking about wardrobe. So whatever you're wearing. Women, they usually say, come hair and makeup ready. That means do your hair, put on all your makeup, bring some extra with you. Sometimes there'll be somebody there to touch up your hair, but a lot of times there isn't. And then I always say bring food and water, because sometimes they have water for you, sometimes they don't. They rarely have snacks, and they usually give you lunch late. You're thinking lunch, okay, 12 or 1 o'clock. No, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock, and sometimes even later. It's more like dinner. So you can get really tired and hungry. Also, bring some comfortable shoes as an option to wear. Sometimes you'll be waiting a long time and you're thinking, no one can see my feet anyway. And it's always good to ask, and always be really quiet. Don't be super chatty. Don't talk to the well-known actors, because you can get in trouble for that. If they talk to you, if they initiate a conversation, that's okay. But yeah, you don't want to do that. But if you're just really nice and friendly and great to the crew, they'll be nice back. You thank the wardrobe person, thank whoever helps you out or answers a question. Now, for me, I've always had an experience where either parking is free or they cover my parking. So yesterday I was on a job, parking would have been $30, and they gave me a little ticket that when I was leaving the parking garage, I put my ticket in first that I got when I came in, then I put in their validation ticket, and the gate magically opened. But if I took public transportation, they won't cover that. So just something to keep in mind. I'm also going to be posting a few other videos about particular jobs I've done, but I'm posting them before those things have gone live. So some other shows I've worked on are Empire, not the carpet company, but Empire, which is a TV show that's based in New York, but it's actually filmed in Chicago. And I've done a commercial recently, and yesterday I worked on a new show called ABP, which is a Fox show. ABP? APB. APB, which is coming out in 2017. Looks to be a high drama, intense kind of show, but I'll have separate videos for that. So talking about my experience and what happened. So these things, they don't pay much. That's why I call these bucket list kind of things. Usually the extra TV work will pay around somewhere between $80 and $100 for up to 8 hours. And if they go over 8, then they pay you time and a half. But they're incented to let you go home earlier than that. TV commercials sometimes pay more, but I was talking to somebody yesterday and she was paid $50 for a Mercedes commercial. Really? 50? Oh. So, but commercials can take all day too. I found them to be a little more fun because sometimes the production crews can be either pretty laid back and very well organized, which they were on Boss. They were very well organized. They would do 4 takes. They had 3 cameras on shoulders, 3 takes, 4 takes, done. Move on to the next scene. They were just, did really well. Maybe that's considered more low budget. A higher budget film, they'll do 3 or 4 takes, then they'll move the cameras. Then they'll do 3 or 4 takes, and then they'll move the cameras. And then, so it's a long, that's what turns into a really long day just for 2 minutes of a show. But if they have more money, then that's what they're gonna do with it. But extras are kind of like the bottom of the barrel. We eat food last, you know, production gets to eat first. And yeah, so we're not really important, even though we look really nice when we have ourselves all done up for the show. So that's it. And if you have any questions, please list them below in the comments box, and I'll look for those to answer whatever questions I can. But this is very locale oriented kind of work that you have to check in your locale. But do check out the other videos that I'm calling Being an Extra Vlog. So it's kind of vloggy in the way that I put it together. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Bye.